Capstone project presentation for Microsoft Power BI. Today we have Modupe Bobade, and she'll be talking us through our Capstone project. And Modupe, just to give you a simple guide as to how this is going to go. We have a set of requirements, so you go through the requirements and then you show us how you've achieved each of the requirements in what we requested, and that's how this is going to go. At the end of the presentation, I'll give you my feedback, the good, the bad, and then to wrap things up, you give us like a quick overview of how you found the course, what you think the course has helped you with, and things like that. So is that clear? Are we good to go?
Yes, we are.
All right, cool. The floor is yours whenever you're ready.
Ready. Hello, tutor, and my fellow audience. My name is Modupe Bobade. I'm here to present my capstone project. We were given a requirement at the end of the class. And the requirement is basically to develop a professional, interactive, and automated Power BI solution, which the goal is to provide a clear view of the actuals, the business plan, and the forecast scenarios. In this case, we have 3 different forecast scenarios. We have the forecast 3+9, 6+6, and 9+3. And then we have the key metric for our analysis is the sales amount, the volume in cases, the net revenue, and the discounts. So before we go forward, just a quick review of the tables that we have. We have 5 tables. We have the actual table, like 6 tables actually. We have the actual table, which is the sales table, the eventual sales table for the financial year in view. We have the business plan, which was the table that that was generated before the year started. So it's like a forward plan. Okay, this is what we're planning to achieve. That's the business plan. And then we have the forecast scenario. So this is a data that was generated at every quarter. So the business plan is the first data that was generated. As the year progresses. A review was done, and then we have the forecast 3+9, and then another review 6+6, and another review 9+3. Basically, they are thinking forward. Okay, based on this, this is what we are looking to achieve. And then that is the key field that we're looking at is the category, the demand area, the sub-demand area, the pack type, and the flavor. And the metric that we're calculating is the sales amount in millions. We'll see all this as my presentation continues. The volume in cases, which is in thousands, the net revenue, and the discounts across all these various scenarios that we're looking at. And so we have different visualization in this report. We have the bar charts, the line charts, and the decomposition tree. And we also have comparison. We have the actual versus the other scenarios. What we're trying to do is at the end of this sales versus what we had projected as the time goes on. And then we have the discounts across all the scenarios. So I would start my presentation to dig deeper into all this. Please confirm you can see my screen. Can I share now?
Yes, you can share. You can share your screen.
Please confirm you can see my screen.
Yep. Yes, I can see your screen. So talk us through.
Okay, so the first view that we have is the sales. Please hold on. The first view that we have is the sales overview of the project. So as I said, we have 5 main scenarios. We have the actuals, we have the business plan, the forecast 3+9, forecast 6+6, and the forecast 9+3. All these had been represented with a tab so that we can toggle to see what the data for each of this is. And then we have a submenu, which is the sales amount, the volume in cases, and the net revenue. So for the actuals, what we have here as the actuals, the total that we have for the sales amount in actuals is 18,330,020 and 77 kobo. We have the volume in cases, which is in thousands, and the total is 21,550,365. And then we have the net revenue. And if we go into all this, we can see the different values for this, how this differs. So yeah, so we'll see how this differs. We'll look more into the difference when we get to the variance analysis, so as not to take so much time. And here we have the trend revenue, trend analysis. So what we're looking at is we're looking at the trends of all these 5 different scenarios. We have the actuals, the business plan, and the forecast 3+9. And from what we can see, we see that the actuals is actually between the value of the actuals is between the business plan and the forecast 3+9. That means that at the end of the first quarter, the data that was generated was the data that was generated was more than what the actual value was. However, the eventual scenario, it was more than the initial projection. And looking at this also, when we review the actuals with the forecast 6+6 and the forecast 9+3, we see that the actuals is still somewhere in between the both. So in my own opinion, I would say that going forward, if they want to project, they can use the forecast 3+9 formula to project sales for the next coming financial year. So we have the discounts. This is the various discount scenarios. The discount 1, this discount 2, this discount 3, and the discount type 5. From this, what we see is that for the discount type 1, the company stands to lose a very high amount of money at the 12th month. This one, I didn't want to say December because I don't know if their calendar is January to December or something. So whatever the financial year is, that is for this. And we say that the lowest for this one is actually the first year, the first month for the discount type. For the discount type 2, the lowest for this is in the second month, and the highest, just like the first month, that's like the first discount type is in the 12th month. The discount type 3 is actually, it's the same, almost parallel. They seem like almost the same across board, except for the 3rd month and the 4th month. And for the discount type 4, the last month seemed to also be the highest, while the first month is the lowest, which is quite similar to the discount type 1. So if I'm to draw my analysis from this, I would say that they should just apply discount type 3 across board. That way, the company loses less money and everybody is happy. Also, net revenue decomposition. This is actually a decomposition tree that shows us how the revenue is being generated or was generated. And for this, we have, for the actuals, we have the 17 million 136,671 naira 43 kobo. And we could see that the highest generating demand area is the middle belt, and this could further be broken down into the sub-demand area. And from this, we could see that the highest sub-demand area is area 8. So I'm going to click on that area 8. And when you click on this, you can also, it's broken down further. This way you can see the different categories, and then from the categories, you can see the pack type that does much more, and then you can see how it's further broken down. The south is the second highest generating demand area, while sampling seems to be the lowest generating area for this. And then for the business plan says that the net revenue will be 13,182,000. And actually, the business plan also captured it that the middle belt will be the highest generating company. So also the forecast 3 plus 6, 3 plus 6, 6 plus 6, and the 9 plus 3. So the key influencer, this actually shows, this is an AI generated report that shows us which particular, it could be demand area, product, it could be anything that influences the increase or the decrease in the net revenue. And for this, the demand area, the highest demand area is middle belt. It means that if we focus more on middle belt, we would be able to further increase the net revenue. And then we have four main areas that we could focus on, which is the middle belt, the south, the southeast, and the up north. And they seem to what's that word? They seem to do better, more than the average. So the average income or the average sales across board is 1.5 million naira, 1.557. But what we have here is that we are seeing that the middle belt is doing double of that amount, followed by south. And as we said before, the sampling seemed to be the lowest of all. And the top segment too just shows that overall the average is 1.56, but this segment, which is the middle belt, is doing way much more. So the suggestion or the decision from here would be that if we focus on middle belt, our demand or our net revenue is deemed to increase for the next coming year. And this takes us to the business plan. Basically, business plan also says that middle belt is our area to focus on, but we projected to make above 1.49 million of the average for this. The forecast says we're going to make so much more, 2.24 million, and same with the others. So this brings us to the variance analysis. So the variance analysis is just to show us the difference between the all the different forecast scenarios. So here we'll be comparing the actuals, which is the eventual sales data, with the first generated data, which is the business plan. We'll compare it with the second generated data, which is a forecast 3.9, with the third generated data, which is forecast 6.6, and the forecast 9 plus 3. So what we have here is basically a chart that shows the actual versus the business plan, show them side by side, and it projects the difference of this, that is the variance is projected on each of this, so that by seeing it, we can know which particular month had the highest variance. And here we have like a tile that shows the actual net revenue is 17.14 million, and the business plan net revenue is 13 plus 0.18 million, while the variance, which is the difference of these two, is 3.95 million. And from this table, we could see that the highest month with the month with the highest variance is the 12th month, as we've seen over all the other reports. The 12th month, it has minus 462 naira 21 kobo as the variance. However, if we want to dig deep to see how this is broken down, we can just check this by clicking on that eye, which is the info, and then it takes us to this page where we can see how this variance is broken down further. We could see how much the variance between all the demand areas. You can see the variance with the category, the variance when it comes to this pack type, the flavor, and all. So this, we can further break it down. And as was said before, the variance is minus 3,954,616.48 kobo. And we can go back by clicking this, and we go back to the previous slide. And this is for the total versus the business plan. For the total versus the forecast 3 plus 9, we could see the data side by side, and here we could see that the highest projected value for the month is always the 12th month, and it has a variance of 308.14 kobo. As I said, the variance is listed up here, and it's in green because it's a positive value. The other one was in red because it's a minus. That means that the projected, let me go back. That means that the projected net revenue is lower than the actual revenue. And this shows that the projected revenue is more than the actual revenue. And as the other one is, we can go further to drill down and see how these numbers came to be. And we'll go also to the forecast 6 plus 6. You could see that the difference here is 616.28 kobo, and the lowest month is 349.59 kobo, which is the month 8. And the variance between them is 5.27 million. Actually, 17 plus 14 million as the standard, and the forecast 6.6 projected that we should make 22.41 million at the end of the year, but we did not. So the variance of that is 5.27 million. And the forecast 9 plus 3, this actually took a dip. At the end of the month 9, they are projected that they are going to take a dip in the net revenue. So the total is 17 plus 14 million as projected, and the forecast 9 plus 3 says we should be making 15.82 million. So the variance of that is 1.32 million. And from this, we could see that the month 12, we have a difference of 154.07 thousand Yes, 154.07 thousand. Yes. And the lowest for this month is actually month 8, which is projected at 87.40 thousand is the difference of that. And we could drill down to see how this numbers is split across the different demand areas, the different sub-demand category, the flavor and the pack type for more drilling. So that's the end of my presentation. I tried. I used less than 30 minutes. So
Yeah,
yes,
nice,
let's have
nice.
it.
Well, nice, well done. You've done everything that was requested. And obviously, you've also tried to even go a bit further, bring in your own twist.
Yes,
So that's fine. Yeah, that is not for you to be like me. Yeah, that's for you to be better than me. So nice try. The structure of the whole thing is good. I like it. It's neat, it's clean, it's professional. There are not many distractions. You can have one dashboard with 40 different colors, but those colors, if they're not really serving any purpose, they're distracting. So this is straight to the point. We can see the numbers we care about. We don't have too much noise all around the place, causing us problems. So yeah, in terms of the general overview and accuracy and structure of the report, it's fine. I'm happy with that. Are there some places that you can improve? Of course, there will be. There will always be places you can improve, and that will just come with time, with experience. As you build more Power BI muscles, as I like to call it, your designs will become better. You start to catch things that maybe you'd have ignored normally. There are a few bits that I think you can improve on, as is always the case with anybody. There's always room to grow, even for me. So when you are looking at this is revenue, right? I think this is revenue. Yeah. When we're looking at revenue, if you go to the overview, actually go to the overview, the first page. So if you notice how you are struggling for space in this view.
yes. Yeah, here, right?
So scroll up again.
This is it. This is up.
So something looks off with the number for bulk buyers. I hope I'm wrong, but I'm not. Don't worry, it's fine. So click on the demand area. Let's switch the others. So click on the demand area, the header. Yeah, click on that. Okay, that's fine. You know why? Because when you expand the bulk buyers, all the sub-demand areas look to have like the exact same figure, and
Yes.
that is a bit weird, but it's fine. I'm not going to worry too much about that. The point I wanted to make here is, if you notice you're sort of struggling for space, you can have scroll bar at the bottom. Can you see? You're sort of scrolling for width. Now, what you could have done here is to take out the decimal places. They're not really serving any purpose.
Yeah, I know, but I was thinking that I'm sorry, sorry that I
Yeah,
want to.
yeah,
I was
that's fine.
thinking that if I want to make every financial person would want to get it down to the last kobo.
For reporting to authorities, yes. For something like this, probably not. A 0.1 in June, for example, bulk buyers is not going to really make a massive impact on decision making. Do you understand? If I'm going to report to FIRS, for example, I want to report to tax systems. Yeah, every penny counts. But for internal reporting, for something like this, maybe not necessarily. Okay, so you could have gotten rid of those two decimal places. That gives you more width on each column for the months, and then we get rid of the scroll bar. It's just easier for the users to use. It's not like it's bad, but we just have to like put the users in mind, because we are not the users, we're just the developers. The other one that I had is so the variance analysis. Let's go to variance analysis.
Oh, boss, I wanted to wow you. Like
No.
I
Let me.
spent
You don't even know.
I
You don't know what I want
spent
to say. So wait. So the concept is really good. The fact that you have a top line summary of the whole year, and then you have like the individual months as bars. That's really good, because then I can see what the total is for the whole year in one view. And then if I want to go to the months, then I can see. But initially, when I saw this page and I saw that for each of the months, I was only seeing one figure, I did not really click that was the variance. So I thought it was the amount. Do you get? So I did not really click. So the first thing that came to mind was, why are we using data labels for one column and the other column is blank? So it was later on and I realized, oh, actually, the number you're showing is the difference between the two bars. So it's very easy to miss. Do you get what I mean? It's very easy to miss. So it's not a bad idea, but it's easy to miss, and that's the point I'm trying to make. So yeah, because I thought, why do we have data labels on just one bar and not the two bars? So what I had down was is inconsistency with data labels. But clearly that's not the case because it's not a data label for one bar, it's for the difference between the two. So maybe when you want to design stuff like that, you might want to consider how your users might process it because it matters. And also, when I saw this view, I was already thinking, how do I deep dive to go into what the numbers are? But then you have a button on the top right hand corner that says more info. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
But you see where the button is? It's very easy to miss. There is nothing on this page that tells me that there is a button there that has more information for me if you do not present it. Okay, so you will not always get the chance to present your own reports. The goal is to make it as user-friendly as possible, that they don't need to see who designed it.
Okay.
If they need to keep asking you, where do I find this in the report, then you've not really delivered. Because you're meant to give them the reports in anticipation of the things that they don't even know that they want. So the button is there, is doing an amazing job. But if I don't know there's a button there, if I don't know to click on that button, I would never click on it. So you can easily have brought in a bigger button like a rectangle at the top and say, this is the summary view, like it's like a toggle where this is like a summary view, and then you have a detailed view. So that would have been more effective. And then users know to click on one for summary, which is this, and then on the other for the detailed view. That way you can dive into like, okay, what's the numbers, what's driving the variance? I think other than that, I'm happy with everything. That's all the feedback that I have. You didn't try to do too much. And that's my sort of approach to work as well. I don't try to overdo, because when you try to overdo, there is a big chance that you start to create distractions that are not helping your users. If you've delivered what you want to do, if there are ways you can improve the process, refine things, that's fine, but you're not going to go overboard to overcomplicate things because you want to prove a point. Simple is classic. So I'm happy with your approach to design, your theme and color consistency. That's good. Obviously, as I said, you can use some refinements to your designs, your touches, but those will come in time. Those will come in time when you build your Power BI muscles. So yeah, in terms of the capstone, that's what I have to say.
Thank you.
Cool. So I think we go to the final part, which is where you say what you have to say about the course, your learning experience with us, and where we think you can improve, and we take the feedback. So over to you.
What I would say is that when I started, I know Power BI. Power BI is fantastic. This is for data analysis, but
Yep.
I don't even know the difference between row and column. The first class I was like, so I'm always confusing it. Which one is row? Which one is column? It's like, yeah, I know data analysis for dummies. So, but this is the end of the class, and I'm able to do this view. Like this was very tough for me, but I wanted to do something based on everything I've been seeing. Like I've gone online to see what can be done, and I know that everything I can see now, if I see a report, I know how to do it. The basic how to do everything. I know that now. And I can say that the classes from the inception, the introduction, things that I know before, things that I do not know. It's just a comprehensive class. Like it's all encompassing. Without knowledge, what I don't know now I know better. What I know before now I know better. Can I design a dashboard? Of course I can. Whatever it is that I see people do now, I can do it.
No
Like
fear.
this view took me a long time, but I know that I can do it because my teacher has taught me and I did it. So that's what the class, it gives you this
Confidence.
confidence in yourself that you can do it. Like there's nothing you can bring. If I spend some time, I will get it based on the foundation that I have. And that is the foundation that is important. And that's the foundation that this class has given me. So now I can say that I'm a champion. Not the best, for the champion. I now know the difference between rule and column. and and yes, I can do deep dive into data. I can derive insights from data. I can, as I said, simple is more. I know how to be consistent with my colors based on everything you taught us. So I would say that, will I recommend this class for people? Of course. What will I tell them? Your experience doesn't really matter. What matters is your ability to learn, ability to be taught, and ability to take instruction. And at the end of the class, you would be better for it. Whatever amount you spend is well worth it. In fact, you gain more. So, boss, I'm ready for the market.
Okay,
It's me there.
that's good.
Thank you. And I want to
thank-
say, hold on, before you go, I want to say thank you.
Thank you too.
Thank you. Do you know when I've wanted to do this class? As in, thank you for your patience. You're a very patient person. And patience is a virtue. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for always being there at a click of the send button. Thank you so much. God bless you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So let me officially bring the presentation to a close. Stop the recording.
Thank you. Don't mind me. I'm a very animated person.